A girl is on the verge of marrying into a wealthy family, set to become the envy of everyone as a trophy wife. But just one day before the wedding, she spots her first love, whom she hasn't heard from in 7 years, in the newspaper. The information in print makes her pupils dilate in shock, and she faints on the spot. Because the white estate published in the paper is the exact dream castle he promised to give her years ago. Surprisingly, he actually fulfilled his promise. At this moment, her rationality crumbles completely. She drives frantically, desperate to verify the answer buried deep in her heart, until that house appears right before her eyes. White walls, blue shutters, every detail is designed exactly according to her ideas. It turns out he never forgot, but the joy of reunion is instantly extinguished. His eyes hold only strangeness and detachment.
I saw your picture in the paper, the one with you in the house, and I just wanted to come and see if you were okay.
She speaks incoherently, while he remains silent the whole time.
I'm a stupid woman, I shouldn't have come.
But then, her car refuses to start. Just when she is at her most embarrassed, he suddenly approaches.
You want to come in?
Okay.
The moment the door closes, a story sealed for 7 years is finally reopened. Time rewinds to the summer amusement park in 1940. Noah falls for Allie, who is vacationing in the countryside, at first sight. As she brushes past him, he summons the courage to strike up a conversation. Allie's ruthless rejection doesn't make Noah back down. Instead, it ignites his competitive spirit. Watching Allie and her friend get on the Ferris wheel, Noah leaps onto the capsule the moment it touches the ground, forcing his way between them despite others scolding him. To stop his madness, the staff urgently pauses the wheel. But Noah hangs directly from the outside of the capsule with one hand. Allie is frightened by this move.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding, no!
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Will you? Or will you not go out with me?
Okay, fine, I'll go out with you.
A successful Noah grins, but Allie's revenge comes fast and hard. She yanks down his pants in public, leaving him red-faced under the gaze of the entire crowd.
You're not so cocky now.
The meeting of these two mad souls creates a bond for life. The next day, Noah blocks her path, demanding Allie fulfill her promise to go on a date with him. Allie raises an eyebrow, pretending to have amnesia, but Noah doesn't yield an inch. His dirty work clothes are covered in sawdust, but his eyes carry an unconcealable sincerity, which actually moves Allie, who is used to sweet talk. A friend sees through their thoughts and brings them together under the guise of watching a movie. In the dark theater, the couple next to them is intimate. Noah's eyes are full of longing, yet he maintains a sense of propriety. This restraint makes Allie completely let down her guard. During a walk, she finally pours out her heart. Although her family is rich, she lives like a marionette, her days filled with various lessons. Even watching a movie is a luxury. Every step she takes is planned by her parents. Noah's words hit the softest part of her heart. The next second, Noah does something that makes her heart stop. He lies directly in the middle of the road, watching the traffic lights change. He invites Allie to lie down too. After 3 seconds of hesitation, Allie lies down out of spite. The world suddenly goes quiet, leaving only their heartbeats.
What happens if a car comes?
You die.
Just as he finishes speaking, a piercing horn sounds. They scramble to the roadside, laughing to tears, looking at each other.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, that was fun.
You want to dance with me?
Sure.
Noah takes her hand again and returns to the center of the road. Humming an off-key tune, they dance a waltz of love. It turns out that the best love isn't about matching social status, but about someone willing to break all the rules with you and accompany you in doing crazy things. In your uptight life, they tear open a hole of freedom, letting you find that smiling version of yourself. From this night on, they fall completely in love. Allie is no longer the high and mighty rich girl. Wearing a simple dress, she squats at the lumber mill entrance waiting for Noah to get off work. They ride bikes with friends through country roads. They eat ice cream on the street without a care, laughing like two children who haven't grown up. Allie even walks into Noah's humble home, listening to his father tell stories and staying for breakfast. Even if he doesn't have 2 pennies to rub together in his pocket. Even if their family backgrounds are worlds apart, in love, none of this matters. By the seaside, Allie looks at the sky and speaks.
You think in another life I could have been a bird?
Only like this can she truly escape her arranged life. With Noah's encouragement, she learns to drive, watches tap dancing, and even challenges herself to dive, something she never dared to try. They fight every day, yet turn around and make up. Loving each other crazily is their only mutual understanding. However, reality's slap always comes unexpectedly. When Allie returns late, her father is already waiting at the door, the air instantly freezing. Her father demands to meet Noah, inviting him to dinner on the weekend. This seemingly peaceful gathering is actually a trap. The table is full of guests in white suits. Only Noah wears a washed-out black t-shirt, looking particularly jarring. This isn't just a contrast in clothing, but a head-on collision of two social classes. A friend asks what Noah does.
I work at the lumberyard with Finn.
How much do you make at your job?
How much money do I make?
Noah struggles to maintain his dignity, but in the eyes of these rich people, his 40-cent wage is simply a joke. And a sentence from Allie's mother, Anne, directly shatters Noah's fantasy.
But Allie's going to Sarah Lawrence. Didn't she tell you?
At that moment, the light in Noah's eyes seems to dim a bit, but the blindness of love makes them temporarily ignore the class divide. On the lake, they splash water and laugh, as if being together can defy the whole world. But on the shore, Allie's parents stare at them like predators eyeing prey.
That child's got too much spirit for a girl of her circumstance.
No, he's just similar.
Trouble.
Anne's words were not a reprimand for their behavior, but a death sentence for their relationship. That night, Noah takes Allie to the dilapidated Windsor plantation. Here, they outline their future home.
I want a white house with blue shutters and a room overlooking the river so I can paint. I want a big old porch that wraps around the entire house. We can drink tea and watch the sun go down.
They embrace tightly. In this moment, class, wealth, and distance vanish. But just as they are immersed in their dreams, Noah's friend rushes in, gasping for air. It turns out Allie's parents are going crazy looking for her, even alerting all the police in town. At 2 a.m., Allie returns home to her parents' interrogation.
Fooling around with that boy till 2 o'clock in the morning, and it has got to stop.
I didn't spend 17 years of my life raising a daughter and giving her everything so she could throw it away on a summer romance.
Daddy,
she will wind up with her heart broken or pregnant.
Noah hears everything clearly from the living room. Even harsher insults follow.
Boy, but he's
what?
he is
what?
trash,
Daddy.
trash, trash, not for you.
Allie resists hysterically.
I love him.
You are 17 years old. You don't know anything about love.
Oh, and you do? You don't look at Daddy the way I look at Noah. You don't touch or laugh. You don't play. You don't know anything about love. Noah?
After speaking, she rushes out to find Noah. But what she sees isn't a determined look, but his retreating back. Because of poverty, inferiority, and feeling he can't give her a future. Faced with Allie's request to go to New York with her, he can't give an answer. At that moment, Allie panics. She thinks she's being abandoned. To protect her last bit of dignity, she says the cruelest words.
Okay, it's over. I hate you. I hate you. Don't touch me.
But watching Noah actually turn and leave, she breaks down crying. Who is more responsible for this relationship's rupture? Is it Noah's inferiority and retreat, the parents' suppression, or the young and arrogant Allie, who doesn't understand communication? When Allie wakes up, the world has changed. Her parents have packed their bags to end the vacation early. Allie resists desperately, but her mother's attitude is terribly tough.
Now, even if Aaron has to throw you over his shoulder and drag you the whole way, you're going.
Unwilling to give up, she runs to the lumber mill to find Noah, wanting to explain yesterday's insincere words. But fate plays a huge joke. Noah happens to be out on a delivery. Finn comforts her. Just like that, Allie leaves the town with regrets. When Noah learns she came, he rushes to Allie's house like a madman, only to see an empty house and closed doors. That summer, they loved passionately, but lost thoroughly. Noah falls into despair. From the day Allie left, he writes a letter every day for a whole year. 365 letters, each filled with longing and regret. But he doesn't know that these letters are all intercepted and hidden by Allie's mother. A year passes, and hearing nothing, Noah thinks Allie has really moved on. He writes a final farewell letter, then takes his broken heart and heads to Atlanta with his friend. But fate isn't done joking yet. War breaks out, and Noah enlists and goes to North Africa. In a tragic attack, Finn sacrifices himself to cover Noah. At that moment, Noah's world collapses completely. Love cut off by his own hands, friendship torn apart by war. This damn fate is truly too unfair. On the other side, Allie chooses to become a battlefield nurse. Every time she cleans a wound, she can't help wondering if Noah is bleeding on some battlefield too, until she meets the injured, handsome officer Lon.
You weren't wearing a ring. And I was wondering if I could take you out.
His directness stuns Allie, reminding her of that reckless boy in the amusement park years ago. 3 months later, a recovered Lon waits for her on campus in a crisp uniform. His personality is so much like the young Noah, making Allie gradually fall for him. Lon has a distinguished family background, is humorous and mature, and has a great war record. He perfectly fits all of Allie's parents' standards and is the ideal husband in everyone's eyes. He takes out a diamond ring.
I love you. Marry me. Make me the happiest man in the world.
She agrees with immense determination, but the moment she puts on the ring, Noah's face flashes through her mind. Soon, Noah returns from the war. His father, knowing he still thinks about that estate, secretly sells their old house and hands the check to his son.
Get what? Your dream house, the Windsor Plantation.
Noah takes the money, happily preparing to buy building materials, but sees that familiar figure on the street. Ignoring the speeding bus, he jumps off and chases madly. But the scene before him breaks his heart to the point of suffocation. Allie is kissing Lon in a restaurant, her smile piercingly sweet. Noah is like a puppet with its soul removed. He doesn't even have the courage to go up and question her, so he can only leave silently. The huge blow drives Noah a bit mad. He starts rebuilding that house day and night. Some say he is fighting for love, but only he knows this is his last straw. He stubbornly believes that as long as the house is built exactly as agreed back then, Allie will come back. But just as the house is finished, his father dies of illness. Looking at the empty estate, Noah gets dead drunk, even wanting to burn it down. Without Allie, this house is just a pile of cold wood, meaningless. But he ultimately can't bear to do it. So he puts an ad in the paper to sell the house, but repeatedly reneges when buyers arrive, complaining the price is too low or that they don't understand how to appreciate it. Even if the price far exceeds expectations, he finds reasons to drive buyers away. He says he wants to start a new life, but his heart is waiting for someone, waiting for the mistress who truly deserves this house. It isn't until the day before her wedding that Allie sees the sale info in the paper and realizes Noah is still alive. Out of respect, she tells Lon her itinerary. Lon thinks it's just pre-wedding jitters and trusts her without hesitation. So Allie drives to the town, leading to the reunion at the beginning. On the day of the reunion, they both pretend to be calm.
I love him very much.
You marry Lon? We can be friends.
But after a few glasses of red wine, memories surge, and Noah picks up a book from back then to read aloud. Allie asks with red eyes. When she leaves, Noah's voice trembles.
I think you could come back tomorrow morning. There's some place I'd like to show you.
Okay.
That night, he stays awake all night, afraid this regained flame will be extinguished by reality again. In the morning light, Noah takes Allie rowing to the center of the lake. Allie happily feeds the swans while Noah gazes at her deeply. He cherishes the time before him too much and is too afraid of losing it.
And you really did it.
What?
Everything. It's beautiful what you did. The house.
Well, I promised you I would.
Allie turns her head, afraid to look him in the eye. Suddenly, thunder crashes and a torrential downpour begins. Her panicked look trying to cover herself makes him laugh. The moment their eyes meet, nothing can be hidden anymore. Back on the shore, Allie turns to leave. Just as Noah parks the boat, Allie turns back to question him.
Why didn't you write me? I waited for you for 7 years.
I wrote you 365 letters.
Now it's too late.
I wrote you every day for a year. It wasn't over.
You wrote me?
Yes!
In the heavy rain, the misunderstanding of 7 years is completely unlocked, and the love buried deep in their hearts is reignited. It turns out some people are destined to reunite in fate. The next morning, Allie wakes up to see flowers and a note by her pillow. Follow the arrows for a surprise. She follows the guide to the art studio. Over these years, Allie had almost forgotten she liked painting, but Noah still remembers. He hopes she will be her brave self from today on, no longer bound by anyone. But before the warmth can settle, Anne finds them. Allie can no longer hold back her questions.
You watched me cry myself to sleep for months and months, and you never said anything.
Anne is unusually calm. She asks Allie to get dressed, saying she will take her for a ride. She takes Allie to a dusty construction site and points to a dirty man in the distance.
Doesn't look like it now, but 25 years ago. Oh my goodness, he was really something. We were out of our minds in love, let me tell you.
Allie looks at her mother in shock. That always elegant and proper noblewoman now has tears in her eyes.
Naturally, your grandfather was furious, so we decided to run away. We didn't even make the next town before the police picked us up. But that was then. You know, sometimes when I'm in the area, just stop here and I'll watch him. Trying to picture how different my life might have been.
She brought Allie here to make her see the cruelty of reality. If Allie chooses Noah, her future might look like this. But Anne's final tears betray her heart. She doesn't want Allie to be like her, guarding a dream that can never be realized in a stable life. Finally, she returns all 365 letters to Allie, hoping Allie can make the right choice. Looking at the letters that are 7 years late, Allie is caught in a dilemma. On one side, the true love who waited 7 years. On the other, the fiancé she is about to marry. Noah screams in despair.
So it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard. And we're gonna have to work at this every day, but I wanna do that because I want you. I want all of you, forever. If it's with that guy, go. Go! I lost you once. I think I could do it again.
I have to go.
Allie still chooses to escape, crying as she drives away, almost crashing due to distraction. This finally gives her the courage to open that farewell letter. In the letter, Noah wrote, "At this moment, Allie finally understands that love isn't about settling, not about weighing pros and cons, but about the person who sets your soul on fire." This letter is her reason to go back. She finds Lon and confesses everything. Although in pain, Lon gives her his final gentleness.
I don't have to convince my fiancée that she should be with me.
This sentence is both a plea to stay and a final letting go. Finally, Allie cancels the engagement, packs her bags, and rushes to the estate. This time, there's no obstruction from parents, no awareness of class, only two hearts desperate to get close. From youthful recklessness to a long-awaited reunion, from heavy misunderstandings to a firm pursuit, Allie proves with action that true love is worth crossing mountains and seas, worth giving up everything for. The man waiting for her in the rain finally waited for his girl. Just like that, they hold hands through decades of wind and rain, surrounded by children and grandchildren, happy and fulfilled. But time is ruthless. Allie develops Alzheimer's. She forgets the whole world, forgets her children, and even forgets Noah. But Noah never leaves. He turns the estate into a nursing home and stays by her side every step of the way. He treats that yellowed notebook recording their love as a treasure. He reads it to her again and again, even if she has no reaction. He is like a loyal knight guarding his long-aged princess. In those extremely brief moments of clarity, Allie suddenly recognizes him. They dance sweetly in the light and shadow of the hospital room, as if back in that passionate summer. Until the last night of their lives, a miracle really happens. Hearing the end of the story, Allie suddenly opens her eyes, her gaze becoming incredibly clear. She looks at Noah and uses her last bit of strength to speak affectionately.
Do you think that our love could take us away together?
I think our love can do anything we want it to. Beautifully.
They hold hands tightly, say goodnight to each other, and walk into eternity together. The next morning, the nurse opens the ward door and sees a scene she will never forget. The two elderly people are holding hands with peaceful smiles on their faces, having quietly left this world. This movie isn't just a love story. It is the most profound interpretation of love. What is true love? It's Noah's desperate gamble jumping onto the Ferris wheel. It's the wild abandon in the middle of the road. It's the deep dedication of 365 letters. It's Allie's bravery in breaking through class barriers. It's the firm pursuit after misunderstandings are resolved. And it is the unwavering companionship when illness strikes. In this era of fast food love, we are often defeated by materialism, distance, and reality, calculating gains and losses in love, afraid of getting hurt. But Noah and Allie prove with their lives that true love is never smooth sailing. It requires courage, persistence, tolerance, and trust. Love isn't a momentary passion, but long-term companionship. It's not about earth-shattering vows, but the gentle, enduring protection of everyday life. May we all meet the person willing to be crazy for us once, the person who can walk through storms with us and stay together for a lifetime. May we all believe in love and dare to love, because love can truly create miracles. If you are also moved by this lifelong love, remember to like, save, and share this with the person you want to spend your life with. Follow me, and in the next episode, I'll unlock more touching stories for you.